What's good? What's good? Billionaire Charlie. I am Billionaire Charlie, man. And y'all back tuned to me, man. And I'm gonna continue on with my Tower Park stories, you know what I mean? I got a good one today, man. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button for me. You did. And if you would like to donate to the channel, go ahead. My cash out information right at the bottom. And I thank all the people that already donated, supported, subscribed to me. And if you ain't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Share all my videos, man. Because I am Billionaire Charlie. Get it? Let's get into it, man. Let's talk about it, man. This one I call the people who inspired me, man. From Tower Park growing up, from the older cats to the younger cats, you know what I'm saying? The ones that inspired me, man. We're going to start off with my man from way back when I was a youngin', man. Dirt Eric, man. You know what I mean? I know Dirt Eric been through his trials and tribulations, and I know a lot of people judge him and say this and say that about him. But I'm only here to talk about the good, none of the negative stuff. You did what I'm saying? Only the good, right? When I was a young kid, man, you know my mom was a single mom. And I wasn't a kid that walked around with a bunch of money. I might got $1 or $2 here and there for my granddad or my dad here and there when he was ever around. And my mom might give me a little 50 cents or whatever. You know what I mean? But Dirt Eric, man, let me tell you about Dirt Eric, right? See, back in the days, one of my closest friend, he used to always hang with Bud. You know what I'm saying? So him and Bud used to chill, and they had a good relationship. I had a relationship with Dirt Eric, man. And one of the things I always say about Dirt Eric, man, you talking about a hustler, that's what he was, man. And we ain't talking no grown up stuff. We talking all when I was a youngin', man. Little youngin' kid, man, running around, little pup. Man, one thing I always say about Dirt Eric, man, he made for sure. Now he was like Birdman and I was like the Lil Wayne running around. You know what I'm saying? No funny stuff, but one thing I could always say about him, I ate. You know what I'm saying? I might not eat like he ate, but I ate. You know what I'm saying? He always had ideas of getting money when we was young kids, man. Always, man. Always. He always like, Charlie, come on, man. I gotta, you know what I mean? Let's go do this. And we would always get money. I would always have more money in my pocket than I would normally have at that age. You feel what I'm saying? Messing with him. Now, like I say, it was deals that we would be making with people. And he probably, let's say for instance, he made $100 or something. Out of that 100, he might give me $20 out of that. You feel what I'm saying? That's how he did business or whatever. But at the end of the day, I always ate with him. You see what I'm saying? Every day we made money. And there ain't no bull. When I hung with him, he always about making money. Like this point blank period. And we was kids, pups. You know what I'm saying? He always was about making money, man. And that's what always inspired me about his character. He was always thinking how to get money, how to get this. And me as a young kid, I wasn't really thinking about cutting nobody grass or nothing like that. You feel what I'm saying? Hold that thought. I wasn't thinking about cutting nobody grass or doing nothing like that. You feel what I'm saying? I was more set on just playing and having fun. But see, Dirt Eric was a hustler, man. His mindset was always getting money, always trying to find a way to cut grass and do different activities to attain money. And this is what he always had me do. From the day one we hung together, he always put me in a position to make money. And that's what he was about, like getting money. You know what I'm saying? So I always was inspired by that. Now, I'm not going into no negative stuff. I'm only going to talk about the positive. And that's what he inspired me by, was with all the positive stuff of his hustling and ambition and how he always taught me how to get money. So still to this day, I use his techniques. You feel what I'm saying? As far as like getting money, always having that drive. He taught me that, you know what I'm saying, as a young pup, man. And that's how I feel about Derek. That's what inspired me about him, man. And then, of course, you got my cousin Brandy, man. Now, Brandy was similar to that. You know what I'm saying? But Brandy always had an aggressive personality. And he always had an outline to show you your different steps to take to where you need to be. And this is what inspired me about him. It was his motivation and his aggression and how focused and organized he was with the details of how to get to the point you need to be to. Just like when I was trying to get into the merchant seaman, he had broke down each step to me or what I needed to do, which information I needed, and every step that I needed to take care of before I get to that step. And he broke it all down to me. He put it all packaged to me, man. And he inspired me as from him getting married to him just showing me how to be more of a better man and how to be mature and how to allow move away from the street influences and move forward into becoming a married man and becoming somebody great and being different from what we was used to growing up around. And that's how he inspired me, my cousin Brandy, man. Very inspirational to me, you know what I'm saying? And then we got Dolo, man. Now, me personally, man, I really love, I'm going to say Dolo and Levi. You know what I'm saying? Dolo and Levi, man. I always felt like they was real fresh, real fly. You know what I'm saying? And I really was inspired by how Dolo used to dress with the chains, with the clothes, the Jordans, everything. He used to come out fresh and fly, man. And I liked it about him, man. He always had confidence in himself. And a lot of people don't realize, man, Dolo is a very, very intelligent person. Like, really smart. Like, people don't realize how smart he is because of the jokes. And maybe, he do love funny stuff here and there. But he's a very, very intelligent person if you really, like, pay attention or actually talk some stuff to him. He's very, very intelligent. And I think a lot of people be missing that. And that's something I always noticed about him that inspired me about him. His education, his wisdom, and just his freshness. He was always fresh and fly to me. And the same with Levi, man. I feel like Levi, as far as electronics and stuff like that, Levi can do it all. Tattoos, electronics, like some of everything, man. And I always liked it about Levi's style. And Levi had the women, though. Like, Levi had the women, man. That's another thing I used to look at, man. Women love Levi, man. You know what I'm saying? Levi used to do the artwork, the DVD, editing the DVDs, electronics. Man, Levi could do it all, man. This is a very smart and intelligent person, man. And I think people a lot of times misconstrue things because they're in the hood or whatever. But this guy is very, very smart. Man, I remember days, man, when I was going to Lake Teller, man. And I just used to skip school just to chill with Dolo and Levi, man. You know what I'm saying? I skip school, just go chill with them. I be chilling in the crib with Levi and them. You know what I'm saying? We be chilling up, chopping it up, man, just laughing, man, at this little funny little videos. I think he made a video with Zay or somebody. It was just showing the replays of it, man. We was in there cracking up, me and Dolo. So, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, most definitely Levi and Dolo, man. They was inspirations to me, too, man. I always feel like they were some good cats, man. They was very intelligent and smart, man. Now I'm going to get down to, man, my man Trey, man. Family, man, you know what I'm saying? Trey always inspired me because he was always a guy that got all the women, man. You know what I'm saying? He got all the women, man. He always got all the women. He was always a fresh guy. He always took pride in his just being fresh, being clean, you know what I'm saying? And he always took pride in getting paper, you know what I'm saying? And he was always motivated in that way to get paper, man. And he was never a type of guy that you could take advantage of. He was always a couple of steps ahead of you. He was always, to me, he always had an answer for each problem that came, you feel what I'm saying? And I was inspired about his ability to be confident and to be able to get the women, to stay fresh. It's all the great things about his character, man. I always was inspired by him, man. Wasn't my best friend, man. Family, Andre, man. Now, Andre, man, once again, he was a great guy that got a lot of women, but he showed me that you can get the women and then you can mature and become married and have a family and be able to take care of them and be able to do right by them and have a great relationship with your wife and your family. And like one of the things I always say about Arn is like I could be at my lowest point, man, and he will always say things that would make me feel better and give me good advice, man. He was always a good brother to me, you feel what I'm saying? He always motivated me, even on any projects that I'm doing. He always believed in my projects and always gave me that extra boost of confidence by always giving me positive things that he would say. So Andre is definitely somebody close, man. I also feel like Trey was a person that believed in me too. I remember him investing into me when I was going into the merchant scene. He put some money up for me because he believed in me too. Even though that situation had happened, he he did put the money up for me. He did look out for me, you know what I'm saying? So I always show much respect to Trey, man. Now, I'm not going to just speak on a lot of men. I'm also bring in women, man. My cousin Janice, man, I really respect her a lot, too. Being a single mother and taking care of 2 kids, you know what I'm saying? Before she became a happy woman with a great and amazing person in her life. You know what I'm saying? I always was inspired by her, you know what I'm saying? And she was a person that always looked out for me and always made sure I was straight. And I remember when I was going through my little homeless situation, she made for sure I had a place to stay, man. She actually came and got me and made sure I wasn't messed up out there in the street. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. That's why I always protect and make sure she great, man, and make sure she all right. Because she didn't have to do that, man. She looked out for me. And I remember when she got a little money in her hand, she looked out for me again and blessed me with some money. So I really cherish and I really love people that actually show me that great love like that. You feel what I'm saying? And I think she was all, to me, she'll always be considered a real person, man. And then I'm going to go to Ciara, man. Then Ciara, man, it's the same thing, man. I didn't have nowhere to go. You know what I'm saying? I was on the street. And she actually allowed me to stay in her house. I stayed there for almost a year, rent-free. And she made sure I was in a warm place, you know what I'm saying, and looked out for me and took good care of me, you know what I mean, as a good sister. So I always respect her, always love her, you know what I'm saying, and I believe that it was just a great feeling for her to be there for me in those moments, man. And I respect that about her. And she has a strong personality. That's why I say these people are great inspirations to me in my life, man. And that's what I say about that situation, you feel me? My cousin Valencia, man. Valencia Williams, man. I always looked at her as an inspiration because she came from the projects and she went from being an honor roll student in Booker T to going to college and graduating from college and having great success. And I really admired her work ethic. My cousin Valencia is extremely smart. And I always believed in her ability to be able to overcome all obstacles. You see what I'm saying? And I really love the way she always put confidence in me. When I would talk down about myself and be like, no, I can't read like that. No, I can't do like this. She would always say, you can do anything if you just put your mind to it and believe it. And she always believed that I had the ability to do the same thing she was able to do. And she always inspired me with her confidence in herself and how she pushed herself to become great. You feel what I'm saying? Now I'm going to do Keisha, man, my homegirl Keisha, man. Once again, she was a person that inspired me because as I watch her grow from a young girl into a woman, I see her going to college. I see her investing in her future and pushing herself. And I'm inspired by her greatness. I feel like she's a great person because she didn't allow the environment to dictate her destiny. And she became a great woman. I always look at her and I always think that she's an amazing person. No matter what nobody say about her personal life, I feel like her dedication to what she desired to be and who she's supposed to be, she always stayed focused on that. And I think that's good parenting. Her mother and father did a great job in that. And I always say Keisha was always be a close friend to me. You know what I'm saying? Her and her sister, Tanisha. I always feel like they are great examples of strong women in our community. For both of them to have great parents to influence them to go to college and be successful people. So when I look at Keisha and them, I always think of just the greatness that they are creating around them, the energy, you know what I'm saying, by showing people that you can do anything if you just put your mind to it. And I'm always inspired by Keisha and them and Tanisha and them. I feel like they're great individuals with great motivation. Next up is Lil Marv, man. I love Lil Marv to my heart, man. And he one of them people, man. I seen him move with a crowd before and just be able to dictate speed and be able to dictate different movements around you. He can make a hostile situation funny and exciting because he know how to talk to people and he know how to move the room. He always inspired me with his confidence in himself and his ability to change the negative into positive. And I always remember a situation I was in and Marv helped me out of it, man. Plenty of situations. And I always hold him close to my heart. I always had a love for him, you know what I'm saying? Because he always, when I was in a situation, he always looked out for me. And he always made for sure that I was good. So I can't never say anything negative about Lil Marv. He inspired me with his confidence his ability to just be a great individual, man. And I think a lot of times with the trouble people get in, people get it misconstrued. This is a great individual, man, with a lot of talent and a lot of ability. And I think a lot of times the environment can crush your dreams by being influenced by the wrong things. But I always feel like Lil Marvin had a lot of talent, a lot of ability, smart and intelligent. And he was the type of person that can make a person that was sad smile again. You know what I'm saying? He always had that energy to give you laughter and give you relief or pain if you was going through a situation. So whenever I had a situation when I was homeless or anything, Lil Marv always looked out for me. He always made sure I was straight. Man, I remember, this is why I say I like Lil Marv so much, man. I remember times I ain't had $1 in my pocket, man. And he would sell some or make some money, whatever he was doing, and always break bread. Well, here, bro, go ahead and get you something to eat. Here, bro, you know what I mean? We need people like that, man. You know what I'm saying? To inspire the youth, because that's the type of stuff you need. That's the personality I loved about Marv, man. His funniness, his ability to care about somebody when they're in their lowest point, and he always looked out for me. He reminded me of my Aunt Jack, man, who's next up. Now, Jack, man, I really love Jack dearly, man. I really love Jack dearly, man, because I feel like when I was going through my trials and tribulations, she inspired me a lot because I just feel like she didn't have to help me when I was going through my pain and my downs and my depression and my homelessness and all of that. She ain't had to help me. She fed me. She looked out for me. She protected me. She even fought for me, you know what I mean, when I was on the street to make sure I had shelter. So I always have love for Jack forever, man. As well as Marianne, who they allowed me to stay in their house for about a year rent-free. I always respect them, man. And one of the other people I always looked up to, man, no BS, man, Big Wood, man. He always been a role model to me, man. Now, Big Wood, I always liked his personality, man. I always thought he was funny and clever. You feel what I'm saying? I always thought he was funny and clever. Still to this day, man, when I'm with my kids, I kind of do a little bit of Big Wood here and there, man. Because Big Wood always keep me rolling, man. I always liked his personality. He always had that hustler swag with that Jeezy type of personality. It was like a mixture, man. You know what I'm saying? So I always liked Big Wood, man. I was just inspired by him, man. Just his style, his personality. I just liked it, all of it, man, because he could talk to anybody, any type of person. He could talk to the most killerest person in the world and be able to have a conversation. He could talk to anybody in any circumstances, man, and be able to have a conversation with him. He was definitely like a chameleon type of personality, and I always liked it about Big Wood. And it always sounded fresh when it was coming from him, man. It's more like he reminded me more like a Dame Dash type of character, you know what I'm saying? He had that confidence and that swag, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, Big Wood definitely was an inspiration to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, man, Baldhead and Sam, I used to always like them guys because they could control the crowd, man. They could make you laugh, and they do all the funny jokes and stuff like that, but at the same time, they'll kick you to the side. I remember one time I was just saying some crazy stuff, and Sam kicked me to the side, man. It's like, man, you gotta be yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't be out here trying to be nobody else. You gotta be yourself, man. And I remember that knowledge Sam had kicked to me, man. It was some real game he was kicking to me. And I just remember a lot of times Baldhead would kick me to the side, and he would have a conversation with me. And you know, I'm always used to him being the funny guy, but he was actually being serious, man. It was just a lot of things that I was doing that was going way left. You know what I'm saying? He was telling me that I need to slow down with who I'm talking about and who I'm messing with at the same time. Like I was saying little crazy things out my mouth about people that was really about that life. And he had a conversation with me. He was telling me I needed to slow down. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know what I was getting myself involved into. Like I always say, Baldhead and Sam was great inspirations because they was good role models to me growing up, man. So I always respected them to that. You know what I'm saying? And then we got your man Ken, man. I always liked Ken, man, because he was always a guy that made me laugh, man. He's just the funniest guy that ever be around. The moment could be like pin dropping, where you can drop a pin, it's so quiet and just awkward, and then he come in there cracking the jokes, and you just be weak, man. Like he always had that sense of humor, man, some swag with him, and a great personality, man. You feel what I'm saying? I always liked Ken, man. I never really got the opportunity to know Charlie like that, so I only really knew Ken like that because I had been around him in a lot of situations, from Portsmouth to out the pop place, the different places where I wasn't used to seeing him in, but he was there. You know what I'm saying? So like, I would see him everywhere I go, man. It'd be the same vibe. You feel me? But like I say, man, this is my inspiration, man. I love all y'all that came and tuned in with your boy. I love y'all, man. I love y'all, man. Billionaire Charlie. I am Billionaire Charlie. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button for me, man. And if you would like to donate to the channel, my cash out information is at bottom at the description. And I thank all the people that already donated and subscribed to me. If you ain't subscribed, subscribe to your boy. I'm going to keep talking to you, you know what I'm saying? I love my family. I love all of y'all, man. Y'all part of my life, man. I love y'all, man. It's Billionaire Charlie, you know what I'm saying? Put God first, family and finance. I will be out.